Hello, U.S. History 101 class. Welcome to week 2. So if you are watching this announcement on a Sunday, you may not even have your first paper finished yet. So that's okay. Just remember that I'm always going to post an announcement and open up the next week's work on Sundays to help you have a little extra time to get ahead of the week, okay? And so, first of all, let me just mention also, I have barely been able to grade any papers at this point because most of you have not turned them in yet. I want to remind you that I will always give helpful feedback. If you get a 0 or lose any points this week because you were confused about something, I will be giving you an opportunity to fix that this week. So pay attention to like when I grade, if you don't have full points, and especially if you have a 0, remember to zero in on looking at my comments and see what you need to do to fix it, okay? So I'm going to be very flexible for you right now. If any of you have, for some reason, not been keeping up with this class and you're just jumping on for the first time and realizing that you're behind for a week, contact me immediately. You still have a chance to make it in this class, but yes, you do need to contact me immediately. So write to me here directly through Canvas. And so that's another thing I want to mention. Instead of email, some of you are writing me through the email, which is technically fine, but it's going to be better if you're going to write me a message, write me directly through Canvas, because it shows me your name and what class you're in. And it just makes it easier to keep up with messages, and I'm also not needing to surf through all these other emails, because at times I actually don't see an email on my email, or I actually click on it really quick and then I forget about it, and I don't reply as quickly as I should or at all, and I really work hard to avoid that. So here's the other thing I want to say. I will never ignore a message. If you have asked me a question and it's been 2 days, write me again or text me and let me know and follow up, because that's a mistake on my part. It's not something I'm doing deliberately. I do have 2 other classes and another job and a life, sort of, right on top of that as a human being. So it's okay for you to come at me again if I haven't got to you after 2 days. So anyhow, I like the work I'm seeing thus far, and you're going to see this week as I open up the class, we're going to start delving more into our discussions now, dealing directly with content that we are covering. You will be needing to read these chapters of the Howard Zen book, and as you'll see, the Sunday papers are going to have to deal a lot with you reading the Howard Zen book and breaking it down an analysis of it. So I also want to remind you that when it comes to Works Cited, when you have an assignment that basically just calls for you to analyze the Zen book, all you need to do is every time that you paraphrase or take a direct quote, you just need to put in parentheses the page number. Well, first start off with Zen, just put Zinn and the page number, and then after that, the citations only need to be the page numbers that you're working with, okay? If there's any confusion on that or questions, then let me know. And so again, you don't have to do bibliographies. It doesn't, anything like that. Just as simple as what I just told you. And so, you're going to want to not do things last minute. It's going to be much harder if you are cramming reading a chapter that you have to write a paper on and have an opinion about. And so, again, I want to remind you of that. So, last thing, I hope you all are surviving the heat, also of the weather, meaning outside of the politics that keeps developing in the United States. As we go through this class, I can tell that the things going on in America right now in the United States outside, and the covering of the political dramas that we have here at the beginning may shed light on a lot of things, but aren't necessarily, I don't know, going to make us feel better about the current state of the world. Just keep in mind, I'm paying attention to a lot of current political events. I know many of you are as well. And I do hope that it pushes you to take more deep interest in what we're studying, so that you can really think deeply about where things are at now and ask yourself really where you would want to fit into based on being informed. So that's all I'm going to say on that for now. So I hope you have a good Labor Day. There's a lot going on. There's a lot I could say about all the history behind that and everything that needs to go on. I actually have to get going myself. For me, I'm just kind of extra busy, unfortunately. But I wish all of you well, and we will be in touch.